This video shows a sensor network that I've created. So it's 4 wireless sensors which are creating a air conditioning system. So this is what I'm going to call the hub of the network. So it's a Discovery STM32F4, so it's an ARM Cortex M4 development board. Connected to it is a Texas Instruments Anaran TICC110L low cost it's part of the value range wireless module on a kind of breakout board booster pack for the TI MSP430 Launchpad, but like I say, I've connected it onto here. So it's connected via SPI, which is configured in just a few jumpers wires on a Vera board there. Actually, I think it's a matrix board rather, connected across. You've also got then, because the internals are a bit of a pain on the Discovery, the UART, it's connected through a USB UART adapter into the PC. So this is kind of monitoring all the data from the network, and then we've got the 4 sensors. So I will show you that in a second. So the first sensor I've got is, so it's a bit messy, it's an RFID reader, which is, you can actually see in one of my other videos I've got this demonstrated, but I've added the wireless module into there as well. So I won't say too much about that, like I said, it's in my other video. These all do need a bit of tidying up. This one is the simulating a door switch. So the kind of simulation for this is that it would be in a hotel room, so the air conditioning system would only work when the door was closed. So you've just got a simple switch there, just sort of, so you can switch on or off. If I put the wire back on, it's going to be a bit more tricky to do this with. So you've got the 2 switches. Got a similar one down here, which is actually got the same switch as the door, which is an on-off switch, and you've also got an up and down, so it's a sprung switch, so you can go up and down temperature. That's a temperature control module and the power switch. And then the last one, which looks a bit tidier because I've put the lid back on it, is the temperature sensor, which is it's an analog sensor which feeds into the ADC on the microcontroller. These are all powered, all 4 sensors are Texas Instruments MSP430 Launchpads, all individually got one of the wireless modules on them. They're all battery powered, 3-volt battery. These 2, because the temperature sensor sends data a lot more frequently, it transmits more, so it uses more power. So I've got AA batteries on that one. Same with the RFID, it's scanning the RFID a lot more frequently, so it uses a lot more power. And then you've got the 2 switch-based ones, send at a low thing, I think it's every few seconds, but obviously that can be made much slower. But they're actually interrupt-based as well, so whenever the switch is switched either way, then it should wake up automatically, and then when it's not awake it's going back to sleep, so those 2 use a lot less power. So they're just on CR2032 3-volt coin cells. So let's show the system. It's fairly reliable. It loses connection every so often. So I'll kind of show you. So this is the Keel software for controlling or programming the Discovery board. It's actually, I'm not really programming now, I'm just using it to look at the variables so you can see what I'm monitoring. So the temperature, which you can see every time they go green is when they're updating. So the count towards the middle there is the data, amount of packet of data that it's received. And then you've got the 4 variables near the bottom. Temp control, -86 means the system's actually switched off. Temperature control is the actual temperature as a float value in degrees Celsius. RFID 0 means no cards found, and the door 0 means the door's open. So if I start up, I'll switch the system on. You'll see that -86 should jump, like they just seem to, so it's gone to 15, which is the temperature of the system that I've set. The actual temperature you can see is around 16 at the moment. So let's see that. So you've got, if I switch, so you can see now, if I do the door switch, the door should So see, it's pretty much as soon as I switch that on, it jumps from 0 to 1. I'll put the RFID tag card on there as well, on the card there. So you can see now, oh, the RFID tag hasn't put that up. Now the RFID tag is a bit problematic. So you can see it's picked that up now though. So you've got 0, 1, which means the room card's found. And what's actually happened now is on the discovery board, the LED lights are circling, which is showing that the air conditioning system is on. So the system checks these 4 values, checks that the certain conditions are met before it will turn the system on. So the system conditions are that the temperature control set by the control panel here is lower temperature than the actual temperature of the room. So you can see it is, so the desired temperature is 15, it's actually nearly 16, so it's trying to cool the room down. The other condition is the RFID tag card is found, and then the other condition is that the door is closed. So you can see if I, in theory, make, God, I think it this way. See what's happening here. I'll just do a reset. There we go. Right. So you can see it's picking up the information there. So you can see the temperature is desired is 17 now, so the actual system's lights are off. If I bring that down, so one more click now, there you see the temperature's just gone above, so you'll see now the temperature's floating around 16, so it will, the temperature goes down, then it will go on, and then it will go off again. So if I put the temperature up 1 degree to 17, then the system goes off, back down, the system goes on, and up, off, and down. It depends on there, so you can see that there. And what the system's actually doing in real time is actually displaying it on a graph on the screen. So this is the temperature. That's why it's so bright. There you go. Right. So you've got the RFID tag found is the room card. If I take the room card away, it takes about 10 seconds. This, or 5 to 10 seconds. You should see that the room card should jump to no card. There's an LED down here. So if I bring the card back, you see the LED light comes on then. There we go. So you can see the temperature control 15, the door is closed, the power of the system is on, the room card is found, and therefore the system is on. And this graph here is showing the temperature. So if I put my hand over the temperature sensor, you see it's starting to jump up now. If I take my hand back off, you can see it's quite difficult to see, it's not the best filming conditions. But you'll see the temperature now is slowly falling. So if I bring the temperature of the desired system up to say 18, see the red light, I won't touch anything else now, and what you'll see, the temperature's falling, the system's on, as shown by the green light, and they're rotating there. And what will happen is, once the actual temperature falls below the 18, then the system will eventually automatically turn the air conditioning system off. So this kind of system here now is simulating the room is actually being cooled. So we're on about 18.5 now. So hopefully 18.4. Obviously you've got that kind of 18.1. And there we go, just at 17.9 now. So that's gone off, as has the system there as well. So yeah, the main problem I need to now resolve is sometimes the hub for some reason locks out. I think it's when 2 sets of data come in on the wireless module at exactly the same time, and then the system misses one of the sets of data and kind of ignores it. So I need to put part of my routine in there to kind of modify that part. But other than that, it seems to be working reasonably reliably. Then I've got more lids for these boxes, so I just need to drill a few holes and then secure the switches out the top, like I've done with the temperature sensor there. And then with the RFID, it's kind of secure the card reader onto the top of the box, and then I can place the card on the lid, which I've tested. It does work through the lid, but it's just actually securing the card onto the lid. But I don't know, I might do that with just like a couple of small cable ties through the little, because the reader here has actually got some little holes in it, so I can sort that out probably fairly easily and fairly tidily. So yeah, thanks for watching. Any questions, please ask.